Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're watching this video because you're interested in preparing for your dental school interviews and you're interested in doing very well on your interviews. I'm going to make at minimum a two-part series. The first part is this one and it'll go over preparing for the interview, preparing anywhere from a month to the day before the interview. And then the second video will be preparing yourself the day of the interview and doing well during your interview the day of it. So I'll first say don't be nervous. I went on 6 interviews. I ended up getting 8 interviews. I turned down to one of the schools. I just realized I didn't want to go to the other one. I got it after I had already gone on 6 interviews, and I realized I just didn't want to go on another one. I didn't want to pay for a flight, and I also didn't want to miss school. So I went on 6 interviews, but only one of the 6 was semi-high stress. The other ones were really laid back. They just really pretty much want to get to know who you are. So that's why I'm making this video. I'm going to show you what to do, teach you the skills to prepare for that interview. Again, don't be nervous. Just be yourself. So to prepare, maybe about 5 or 10 days, start building a list of your achievements, your skills, and your experiences. Give yourself, again, 5 or 10 days before the interview. That way you can add to the list if you remember something that you didn't originally write down. And then think of stories behind those experiences and those skills and those achievements that maybe you can share with your interview. So again, achievements, skills, and experiences. Write those things down. A common question that they may ask is, why should they choose you to accept out of the 3,000 applicants that apply to the school? Why should they choose you? Now, understanding all of the skills and achievements and experiences that you have, that will help you shape your ideas and your thoughts and help you explain why they should choose you over other people. And if you've got somebody a friend or a family member, talk about this with them. Talk about your experiences and your achievements, and that will help you be able to communicate it better to the interviewer. So let's see. Practice talking with others about why you like dentistry. For me, it was just such a weird path into how I got interested in dentistry, and it was actually, I was really interested since I was a young child, but whatever it is, why ever you're interested in dentistry, think about it and talk about it with people, because you don't want it to sound rehearsed or fake when you're interviewing, but you want it to sound natural. And so the more you just naturally talk about it with your friends or your family or whoever, you'll be able to communicate it better during your interview. So that you can even do before, a month before the interview. You know, you can do that. However, start now. And just be yourself. Don't lie. Even if it's a silly story, it's genuine, and that is typically more appreciated than some stupid made up story. So again, practice with others. That'll help you prepare for your interview totally. Even if it's not just about why dentistry, if you have a list of questions that you can get from SDN. SDN has, from their homepage, there is a tab on the top left. It's articles and interviews. From there, you can choose dental school, and then I think the majority of the schools that are out there you can click on them, and people have posted questions that have been asked by the dental admissions committee during previous interviews, whether from previous years or even that cycle, whatever. So you can go on SDN, find out a list of questions that they may ask you. I would say don't do that. I didn't do it till the day before because I didn't want to dwell on those questions. I just wanted to kind of see them and somewhat be prepared. I kind of winged it in that aspect, but maybe you would like to know more in advance. I didn't know about it until a week before my first interview. So you can use that whenever you think you want to use it. Don't ever make anything scripted. Don't be fake. Don't write something down to a question that you saw that they might ask you and say it to the interviewer, because that just isn't natural and it's just not genuine. You want to be genuine as possible. So, yeah, you can go on SDN and practice those questions with your family members or your friends or whoever, just to help you be more natural. But don't, like I said, don't write it down. Don't script anything out. Okay, moving on. Think about the activities that you enjoy to do. They appreciate, the dental admissions committee appreciates that you're a human, and they appreciate and understand that you don't just like dentistry, that you are a human and you have other passions or you have other talents. Think about those things, and that kind of goes along with the first thing I said, or whatever, the achievements, skills, and experiences. Think about those things and get excited and let that shine through to the interviewer, because I really think that they'll appreciate that. Think about this, may be premature, especially if you don't have too much experience with dentistry, but think about your long-term goals as a dentist. So maybe you want to help serve the underserved population, or maybe you want to be an orthodontist in an affluent area of your city. Think about that, and also when you're choosing schools to apply to, different schools have different focuses. So one school I know of, they totally focus on serving the underserved community. So if that was your goal as a dentist, you would want to really apply to that dental school. If you wanted to be the orthodontist in the affluent area, I wouldn't say to apply to that school that was focused on serving the underserved, because it would just, that you're probably not the person that they are looking for, unless you lie, and then that's just kind of silly. So yeah, think about your goal as a dentist. Read a lot. Get out there and just search the web and find out different areas of dentistry. Your suit. You got to get a suit. I heard no black suits, but I saw more black suits than anything on my interview, so I don't really know what that's all about. But just get a suit that you feel very nice in. And don't be scared to wait. Don't go out and say you need to get a suit that day. I waited quite a while until I found the suit that I felt great in, and then it just helped me feel even better about my interview day. If you are still kind of wondering what to say when it comes to why you chose dentistry, or you're just feeling sort of out of the loop, go and shadow. Even if you shadowed before, if it's been a while and you want some motivation, a week or so before the interview, go shadow, even if it's for a couple hours, and it'll get you really motivated and excited about dentistry. At least for me, it does. Anytime I'm in the dental office or anything dental related, I just get so passionate and so excited, and that's when I really know that dentistry is for me. So that could be a very helpful tip to you, is to go out and get some experience right before you go have your interview. Think about what you feel is the most important skill that a dentist has to have to be successful. Everybody's different. I feel that communication is one of the most important tools as a dentist. Of course, you have to be good with your hands and you have to know diagnosis and everything, but communication is very, very important in my opinion. So develop your own thoughts and figure out what you think is important as a dentist, because they'll probably ask you. Let's see. Before you go to the interview, figure out more about the school. I know you won't spend a lot of time before you apply to the school figuring it out, learning about it, but definitely before the interview, try to go in to the interview with questions about the school, because based on research that you've done on the school, because that'll show the committee that you are interested in their school and you care about the school and you are taking initiative to know more about their school. Let's see. So yeah, and know why you want to go to that school if you do interview. And then one last thing that I can think of is get a portfolio that has paper and a pen in it, because it is so helpful. If you're waiting to be interviewed and you think of a question, you can write it down. And although I don't think you can have your portfolio open, during their interview when they're asking you questions. If they ask you if you have questions, you can open up your portfolio and say, yeah, I wrote something down, let me look at it and ask you. And it looks nice. They give you paperwork a lot of the time, and it gives you a place to put the paperwork, and it's just nice. I think personally it looks nicer than a purse. For a female, and then for a male it looks nice as well. So that's about it. Check out my next video for things I recommend during the day of the interview. And again, don't forget to be yourself. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe because I will keep posting videos I will keep posting videos throughout my journey to dental school. Bye.